All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all Joachim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And this is a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone Houston camp. I'm my brother Cora Abad, and once again we got the beloved Elder Taza Pa. Back with another Thursday live, the Wadi How Bashim Washai. And again, hey, post-election, 2024 election. Now things about to get interesting. Now things about to get real
Yep.
interesting.
Yep.
As I said, it's just beginning, really. The good part really just beginning. But before we hop into it, Elder Taza Pa, do you have anything? The floor is yours. You got it.
Yeah. No, we can jump into it. I just say shalom, you know, to the apostles, elders, and bishops, the Great Millstone, and the brothers and sisters watching it. You know, tune in to this live. Shalom, and we can get into it.
Let's get it. So we got a few things we'll touch on. The first one I run through them real quick. The first one, the we got a hurricane that's about to hit in November. It's not gonna be too bad, but hey, it still might do damage. Who knows? You got 43 monkeys in South Carolina that is South Carolina escaped from a facility. Just like the movie. What's the movie?
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Outbreak. Outbreak.
Oh, Outbreak. Con.
Yeah.
Outbreak, and then a disease, and that's what they're talking about. A disease can spread. So we gonna see where that's gonna go. Biden talking about it's gonna be peace, a peaceful transition between him and Trump. Everything gonna be all good. And just an outlook on kind of things to expect going into Trump's, as they would say, Trump's presidency. But this the thing. That's if we make it there. Because he don't officially become president until January 6th or January 20th, I believe. One of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Around there. Yeah. 20 or the 21st. I have to look
Khan,
at the calendar.
Baba
I believe
Kashaf,
it's
a
the
brother can
21st.
confirm for us, Baba Kashaf. But he don't officially become president until around January 20th, late January. So a lot can happen between now and then. And even a lot of people saying that. I was watching Mike from Brighteon Natural News, and he was pretty much going to tell. He was like, "Nah, I can't buy it. It was just too much of a smooth." And Trump's the president. Yeah, that's it. He was like, "Nah, it was just too smooth." Some gotta happen. Eventually. And I ain't got the video. We might pull it up though, if the spirits say the same. Um, but we'll see. We'll see where it go. A lot can happen between now and the time it's confirmed that Trump will be president. And even if he do, is the way America gonna be ran sound like the way America would be in end time prophecy. Giving its allies reasons to separate from them. Also even helping Israel even more than it's doing now out in the open, not trying to hide it like the Biden regime doing. But we'll read a little bit. We'll see what the spirit go. So we can start with this. I know I already asked you, but before we hop into it, one more time, just in case something hits you
Yeah,
real.
you spoke about the beginning of sorrows, well, you
Mhm.
made a mention of it. So I'm gonna just bring out Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. So those monkeys could lead to possible pestilence. All right. So the Lord already told us that was coming. So they just need a cover story because majority of the people got the juice. We speak on that from time to time. A lot of people already got the juice. So It's just a matter of pretty much what do they want the people to have? Because that graphene oxide, it reacts to frequency. So they just dial in the frequency and have, a person, whatever, But anyway, we are at the beginning of sorrows. We heading into, this is me speaking as a man, but, this don't even have really nowhere else to go but into Jacob's trouble, you know. And I'm gonna say this before I let you, give it back to you. Study Hitler, and you'll see pretty much what they got planned for America. Study Weimar Germany and the Weimar Republic, because I've been saying this from day one. Trump is following Hitler protocol. Hitler was man of the year, I believe, 1933. And look at Trump, man. Everybody loves Trump now. He can be man of the year on every magazine. And I ain't gonna lie. If I'm gonna go in oppression, shit, I wanted to be Trump. But he's still a no good Edomite. At the end of the day, I know what it is. They're not gonna deceive me, as the scriptures say, that they would try to deceive or almost deceive the very elect. I've been calling Trump, from day one. But we'll see how it plays out. You got it out.
Yeah, I got it right here. It says from times.com, Adolf Hitler, man of the year in 1938. So
38, he was the man. They loved him. See all this shit they talk about, oh, Hitler was the worst. They loved Hitler. And obviously it wasn't just in Germany, because Time is an American publication. But the bottom line, he was a creation, all right? A puppet created for the entrance of the Rothschilds and the international banking families. That's what Trump is. Trump was groomed for this. His entire life, he was groomed for this, to bring about the destruction of Babylon. Yeah, he's their prophesied one. And when Apostle Tahar say that's Nero, shit, close the book. It makes perfect sense. But yeah, brother, you got it.
Now before the lesson, I was reading a little bit up on Nero, and I just typed in on Google, why did Nero set fire to Rome? And of course, Esau got to make they forefathers seem greater than what they were, right? As if nothing they fault, putting them up on a pedestal,
right?
But it's pretty much going into how he was the main one that burnt the city down, and it's again for when I read. Matter of fact, I read a little bit. It says the purpose was to build Rome. Some historians may believe Nero wanted to destroy the city to bypass the Senate and rebuild Rome in his own image. Nero, and we know Trump for building too. And Nero did build the Domus Aurea, a series of villas and pavilions in the aftermath of the fire. And it goes into how he persecuted the Christians, which were the believers in Yahweh, pushing the gospel. But the point is, it was going into how he destroyed. Matter of fact, it says Nero's reputation was already controversial, and the fire provided an opportunity to make him seem even worse. The senators who were in conflict with Nero wrote the history and blamed him for the fire. So in other words, Trump, being put in the same spot again. Being put on a world stage as the president of America. Going back to Mike, we might have to play that video. He was saying like he even believed And this Edomite, he even believed that Trump could be the last president of America. And this a Trump fan, good old US of A citizen, but he even believed that, man. So we definitely in some interesting times. Things just getting exciting. So look, we can quickly get into it.
That's right.
So this
Go ahead.
So this from nationalnews.com. This was put out today. It says rare November hurricane. Now it's not saying rare as if it's going to cause catastrophic damage, but it's saying it's rare because usually we don't see as many hurricanes take place in the month of November. But it says rare November hurricane Raphael barrels, which is an angel's name, barrels towards Louisiana's coast as a Category 3 storm. And I read just a little bit. It says after making landfall in western Cuba as a Category 3 storm this week, Hurricane Raphael, a rare November hurricane, is now heading towards the Louisiana coast through the Gulf of Mexico, with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, predicting a second landfall in the U.S. over the weekend. So it hit maybe Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. It says, like the other hurricanes of this magnitude, Raphael is bringing with it life-threatening storm surge, damaging hurricane force winds, and flash flooding. Louisiana would do best to take notice and prepare accordingly. The Florida Keys are expecting to face tropical storm conditions up to 3 inches of rain from Raphael, though a more precise forecast is still days away as the storm develops. So we'll see what it do. Again, that's the point of watching. It says forecasters say that southwestern Florida can expect tornadoes, much like what happened during Hurricane Milton. So this could bring tornadoes as well. You got some other Tazapah?
Oh, well, the brother Amanawa Allah Gabar, he say that it's set for the 20th, the inauguration. All right. And again, man, Apostle Tahar, he the one brought out years ago about inauguration, which I had no clue. And inauguration is to basically to make chief witch, because an augur goes into witch. So yeah, that'll be January the 20th. For Wada. So yeah, I didn't have nothing else.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on my phone. It says inauguration on the etymologyonline.com. Ceremonial investiture with office, but it goes into installment under good omens.
Good
it breaks it down, goes into it, Yep. But Khan. Hey, the water for that. Can I read a little? But yeah, so it says it's supposed to happen this weekend. Right now it's hitting Cuba, so we'll see what what damage it leave. Maybe somewhere in Louisiana they trying to do another 15-minute city. I'll set up another refugee.
Yeah, you never know. That's right.
And say, oh, the levees again. The levees broke again. Katrina 2.0. Who knows? So, shit, New Orleans, write that out. Be a nice little, they go if Esau upgrade that. A nice little tourist attraction for the 15-minute. So we'll see.
Yep. Well, this is because we know it all go back to prophecy regardless. All right, so Isaiah 29:6 says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire." All right, so this how the Most High visit you. All right, all that good stuff. Thunder, earthquake, great noise, all that's going to come, with the destruction of America and other parts of the world. Earthquake, great noise, storm, and tempest. Tempest is like a storm, as a hurricane or a typhoon,
Mhm.
cyclone. Those are tempests. All right. Yep. So, yeah, there's all this destruction, all these storms, all this, you know, this, like, how was it worded on the article? Rare, these rare storms. Yeah, that's because we're in rare times. The Most High is putting in work. All right. We're entering into judgment season. So, yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I got one just to back you up. I got two because you just said judgment season. But this to back you up about the hurricane because you was explaining those tempests. And this Isaiah 29 and verse 6 in a different translation, in the Young's literal translation. It says, by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, thou art inspected or visited, right? That's how the Lord judge. It says, thou art inspected with thunder and with earthquake and great noise. And it's the back of what you were saying. And for the sake of the article, or a hurricane, it says with thunder, with an earthquake and great noise. And here it is, and hurricane. So that is prophetic. The all and one may say, so you telling me Hurricane Helene was prophetic, but that was harp? Yes, yeah, the Lord used Esau to do that, even if it was harp, even if it was right,
Right.
which I believe it, But yeah, the Lord did that.
Yep.
Just like he used man to make missiles so America can be destroyed. Yeah, and he made man to make the MOTB so man could get it in them to get judged. So it says hurricane and whirlwind and flame of devouring fire. And one more. This Jeremiah 30 and verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time, see, it's a time period, and we come into a time period like never before. Things about to get different. We're about to see different events. And again, what we're about to touch on next, which is still a part of various topics, but strange events. If a brother want to put it in a chat, Sirach 36 and verse 5 and 6, you know, maybe 4 through 6, but I know the verse in maybe 6. How the Lord can do new things, do other strange wonders. We coming into the times we about to see new events that either we only read it or seen it in movies, not in real life yet. Or not even or should I say, and we about to see things that wasn't in movies and that's not written yet because it's a time like never before. Certain things that never happened yet. That's the time period we coming in. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. And I believe it said in Mark, maybe the NLT version, in 13, chapter 13, Yahweh Shai said that the time coming that was not like it since the world began, not even to this time, nor ever shall be. Think about all kind of what kind of drastic, horrific events that happened since the world began. It's not even going to be like what it's about to be like. It says, it is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the hope we have. By doing this work, Lord willing, we'll be spared when all this evil come. But that was it on that. You had anything else to Tazapah?
No, you good.
Okay, kind of Baba Kashaka get this, and then we can go into those monkeys running loose. This Sirach, the brother Yahweh, the Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 36, verse 4 through 6. It says, as thou and two, when you read Sirach 36, yeah, this whole thing is end time prophecy. So we taking part in this, and Lord willing, we continue, but this is happening right now. If you read verse 1 all the way through, this is happening right now. Going into the Lord, remembering us, judge the nations how he been judging us, show them who he truly is, and do new things, and ultimately save us and remember the 12 tribes and give us the covenant and judge the heathens. So this end time prophecy. So going back to what it said in Jeremiah 30, at the end is going to be different. This going to say the Lord going to show new signs in the end. So again, Sirach 36 and 4, as thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. and let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O Yahweh. And it's the point. Verse 6, it says, and show new signs and make other strange wonders. So we about to see things like never before. New signs and make other strange wonders and glorify thy hand, thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. The water icon for posting that. But we about to see new things like
Uh,
this. You got something. I see you
yeah.
was looking down.
No, I got that Mark 13 and verse 19. It
Con, you
says,
got it.
for in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai created unto this time, neither shall be. Verse 20, and except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he had chosen, he had shortened the days.
You can speak on you got it. I ain't know if you
I
want to
was
speak.
going with what you're saying, just to back you up.
Con.
Where we're at in scope of time, in the scope of history, we've never been here before. There's nothing that you can compare these days to. All right. I mean, you have some similarities, but nothing is going to just match what the Lord is getting ready to do in the earth, during these days. So, that's always just to back you up. It's
Con.
going to be so bad that it say if the Lord don't cut it short, ain't nobody going to live through it. That's how bad it's going to be. Shit. So that's how bad it is. We can't separate that from this, because this is what's going to lead to that. All right. These elections, all of this stuff going on around the world, Ukraine, IDF, Israel, and all of that is what's going to lead to this time. So, I mean, we're in it. But like I just read, we're just entering into the beginning of sorrows. You got it, Doc.
That's right, man. The best way to put it is very uncertain times. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna rephrase that. According to prophecy, we know what prophetic events got to take place, but exactly how it play out on earth, that's what we don't know in detail. That's why it's
Right.
so exciting just to watch and see.
Right. I know what you mean.
Con. But going into what the scripture just said, hey, this uncertain times, new things. So I'm about to play this video real quick from Dabu 7. And he been on fire lately. He for the past couple months, he been gone. But everybody been on fire lately, want to prophesy. But let's go ahead and play this. This is from Dabu 77. He put this out 6 hours ago. It says alert. 43 monkeys escape South Carolina research facility, and police warn residents to lock windows and doors. Let's get it.
It's Dabu 7. We have authorities in South Carolina warning residents to lock their doors and windows after more than 40 monkeys have escaped from this research facility that's called Alpha Genesis. This sits in Beaufort County in South Carolina. They're saying that these primates broke loose and they're out setting traps, and they've got thermal imaging up with cameras trying to find these monkeys. Apparently, the Yemassee Police Department said that they have not found a single one of these monkeys. Again, they're coming from an area where they do research on these animals. It's reminiscent to what happened a few years back in Pennsylvania when a truck turned over and those research monkeys got loose, and actually one attacked a woman, and we never heard anything about her after that. But anytime we've got research monkeys breaking loose, it's worth making note of it and using caution. Now, they have all their veterinary technicians and police officers together trying to round up these monkeys. But again, they said they have not found a single one. And apparently, South Carolina has a place in Morgan Island known as Monkey Island, where the government allowed them to oversee a colony of 3,500 monkeys. So we don't know exactly what these monkeys could be carrying, although they say that they test for brain things like brain diseases and stuff that goes on with the brain with these monkeys. So I just wanted to give a heads up and let it be known they are on the loose in South Carolina. If you come in contact with any of them, they say to dial 911 or contact local authorities. Just saying, this is a big heads up. I'll leave a link below. Follow me on X.
So hey, we'll see what's gonna happen with that. And again, too, all these articles and the videos that we're gonna play is in a bio. You know, you'll probably have to refresh it, but it's in the description box of the video. Will you want to speak on that? Anything to say on that, Elder Tazapah?
No, we'll see what happened with it.
I'll read a little bit of this article. So this from RT News, came out today a couple hours ago. It says 40 monkeys flee medical lab in the U.S. It says police have warned local residents not to approach the animals. Residents of a town in South Carolina have been warned to avoid potentially infectious monkeys after 40 animals escaped from a nearby research facility. You know, I was talking about about 60 miles. But yeah, so that's what happened. So we'll see what comes from that. Lord willing, some do come from it. You know, Lord willing, some do come from it.
That's right.
Matter of fact, hey, I'm thinking about the scripture. Now this just verified that scripture in Second Ezra, how it says wild beasts changing their places. Now we know when Jacob's trouble hit, you actually gonna have wild animals coming from the woods, you know, different desert places coming into the cities. One, because people ain't gonna be moving around the cities, just like when it was the lockdowns. You know, you had those wild animals coming, it wasn't day-to-day traffic no more. And also you can have people going out into the woods. But you know, using this as an example, we don't know what type, they don't even know. It's said in this article. They ain't not saying they don't know what kind, but they not putting it out yet on what species of monkeys that it was that escaped. So we don't know what's running around. Matter of fact, here it is. It says neither the police nor Alpha Genesis have identified the breeds of escaped primates. The company has worked with Rhesus. Let's see. Let's look up Rhesus. If I'm saying that right, Rhesus, maybe. Yeah, Rhesus. This one. What's another one? It say I ain't gonna butcher him. This one. Oh yeah, he looked like look. If Esau was a monkey, that's what. Yeah, he escaped.
Dang.
Yeah, he out of there. Him, he ready too. Yeah, they rabies probably. Oh man.
Dang.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Would you say?
No, that's hey, you never know.
Yeah, and it's the other one. But yeah, we'll see. So, you know, Lord willing, something do happen. Remember, it was a lot of plagues that hit Egypt. So it's going to be a lot of different things before we get out of here, before it's all said and done. It's going to have to happen here in Babylon the Great, which is America. But that was it on that,
Right.
on the various topics portion. If you had anything else.
No, you good. Go ahead.
So now we'll hit this, you know, as we know America just had its election. 2024 election on November 5th, 2 days ago. And Joe Biden, I mean, I'm looking at Joe Biden on the screen, but Donald Trump was so-called elected president of the United States. His second term, but Esau, his supporters say it was his third term, really, because it was rigged when he should have won. Even if it was okay, that's cool. Nevertheless, so Trump in office, and again, it's a lot of things that can happen before he's officially president, and that's not gonna be till when the brother said January 20th.
Yeah, on the 20th. Yep.
January 20th. Yep. So it's a long time. Let's see. Let me see how many days to January 20th.
Like 70 something, 75.
Man, come on, AI. I thought AI was gonna be smart enough to pull it up. Anyway, it's close. It's close. January around the corner. But it's a lot that can happen between now and then. Now Trump, remember, he got charges, felony charges. So between now and then, either one thing could happen to where the Democrats, they can try to say he can't get in office because he got felony charges. Or it could be that Trump actually still get in office. And it's the thing, if they do go that way, and you could, by any means, Elder Tazapah, or anything you got. But even if they do go that way and say, Trump, well, you got felony charges, we can't do it. Imagine how them Edomites going to react to that. Them Trump supporters, those American Edomites who bleed red, white, and blue, and 50 stars. Imagine how they going to react to that if they thought Trump was going to be president, but they said, oh, nope, felony charges, we can't do it. That's an easy example for a civil war. Now, or it could be the other side, as one of these articles say, they probably going to bypass that and throw it under the table and say, no, you still going to be president because that'll look too bad. Now they can make some over that, a whole issue. But again, America is divided and it's going to lead to civil war, one way or another. But you got some other types of power?
No, I'd say, it was purposely playing like that by the elite to where, they got these different scenarios that could play out. So, well, ultimately the Most High set it up that way. So like you were saying, even though we know the overall of what's going to happen, we don't know the specifics. And so the specifics of how it's all going to, we have to wait and see also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you were saying, it was a little too smooth, but and then Kamala talking about peaceful transition and Biden speaking about peaceful transition, and the whole campaign, they've been talking shit. That, what they say and what they do ain't lining up. So yeah, it could definitely still be some shit pop off.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, y'all are civil. And now you want to be presidential all of a sudden at the end of your shit. When you did all this mudslinging and all the whole 4 years they've been slinging mud at Trump. And now, when they lose power, they all of a sudden gonna take the high ground. Get the fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something up. But again, I can't put my finger on it. I can't pinpoint it. And that's what makes this so beautiful and so exciting. If you knew everything that was gonna happen, it'd be boring. But this makes it exciting. So yeah.
I was gonna get this real quick, what you just said. Kamala Harris. So, and then I get a precept, but it's from fortune.com. I just read the title. It says crowd erupts. This was put out yesterday. Crowd erupts into applause as Kamala Harris vows peaceful transfer of power to Donald Trump. Like, she the president anyway. But again, she may be eventually.
Yeah.
Even remember on now I don't want to mention a cartoon, but at times we have to mention movies and cartoons because Esau put stuff in there. Remember when that Trump died? A lot of people thought it was gonna happen that first time, but remember Trump died.
Mhm.
Oh, and thinking about YouTube guidelines, on the Simpsons, Trump had fell asleep. But that might even happen. Maybe it was for this time. Now, and again, that might happen before January 2020, when it is 21st as well.
Yeah, on the 20th.
Yup, the 20th. I ain't gonna forget it. Now, January 20th. That might happen before that. Then what? Now what? Now we gotta call off the election. Call off the election. Oh, Kamala, you in office. Or the Biden regime, and Biden might just fall asleep too. So who knows how this thing could go, man? But I'm gonna get this real quick. This is our first Thessalonians. Oh, and not just Kamala talking about a peaceful transfer. You got Joe Biden as well talking about a peaceful transfer. And you know what the scriptures say about a peaceful peace and safety.
Transition. The American people deserve. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him that I'd direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave her whole heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose. Yes.
See,
Yeah,
last.
tell me that ain't scripted.
You got it. Yep.
No, just tell me that ain't scripted. And they done tried to take him under at least twice. But now they good. Oh, you won fair and square, Trump. You got us. Now we good now. Man, get the fuck out of here. I don't know what this something ain't right with this situation. But we'll see. Because they ain't got time to hide shit for 20 and 30 years no more. We'll find out probably shit for this week out.
Yeah, but they both talking about a peaceful
Yesterday, I spoke.
Talking about a peaceful transfer. Says Biden says he assured Trump peaceful and orderly transition. But that's not what prophecy said. I'm gonna get this real quick. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And before the actual day of the Lord can come, it's different, should I say, many plagues that got to come before that's going to lead up to Yahushua coming, which is going to be the worst day out of all of them. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. This is the point. For when they shall say peace and safety, you want to speak on it? If got it.
Oh, you can. Oh, shit.
Khan, you still on that? Okay, Khan.
But hit it again.
Khan,
you still got the verse?
Khan, I hit it. This 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah. So right when you think it's all good, that's when the Lord gonna hit. Well, that's when all of the calamity is going to strike. When everybody is in that false sense of hope, thinking everything is gonna return back to normal, or some semblance of normalcy, and then the bottom is gonna fall out. You know, this is like the ultimate ending to the ultimate horror movie. You know, you can feel the suspense.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it. You can cut the suspense with a knife. That's how thick it is. And people still don't even, they oblivious. You know, I'm talking about the atmosphere right now in the world. You can tell like something about to drop, something about to go down, but you don't know exactly what. You know, it's in the air. Hey, you know, you played the intro. Yeah, that's the Most High. You know, yeah, you should be able to feel it in the air if you tuned in to the Holy Spirit. You know, and if you know you on that, you're dealing with that left hand side, you tuned into that spirit. You might, you know a little something, but the spirit right now to be in is the Holy Spirit. So you can know what's going on. If you're Hebrew Israelite, put that out there. All right, because only the Hebrew Israelites, vocab, can receive the Holy Spirit and be able to both prophesy and understand prophecy. You know, to be able to have the ears to hear. So yeah, you got the Trump supporters. Now they in that spirit. Oh, it's all good, man. We didn't got Trump in there, and it's all good. But then you got the Kamala supporters. They think shit, the whole world fixing to collapse. You know, before this week is out, they think everything about to come crashing down because Kamala didn't get in there. So America is a house divided in that sense and many other senses. Americans are divided on damn near everything. They can't come together or come to an agreement on shit. Everything, you know, is divide and conquer here in America. Everything is divisive. Even gender. You know, black women have the nerve to blame black men. And there was just as many black women coming out saying, fuck Kamala. I'm voting for Trump. There were just as many women, if not more, coming out in disgust, not just to say they voted for Trump or plan to vote for Trump, but expressing their disgust with the current administration. But you got, you know, the liberal N-dubs, you know, so-called black women, you know, they want to turn that's a woman's MO. Blame others. All right. Never mind, she ran the horse. She didn't even campaign. Even Trump pointed out, you know, 2 Sundays ago, how she took the day off. Trump was talking shit like, you running for president and you take the day off. So we ain't gonna look at nothing she did. It's the black man's fault. She ain't made the president. She wasn't doing no campaigning. She wasn't on no. All she did was brought out some celebrities and thought that was gonna cut it. She didn't have no policies to discuss. She can't discuss policies. She can't articulate a policy. You know, outside of that goddamn silly ass laughing, she don't know what the fuck is going on. Period. And y'all upset. Well, you got a lot of people upset that she didn't get the president. She's the least qualified. I'm more qualified to be POTUS than that bitch. But you know, you got it, Doc. I didn't know where that came from, but let's get back to it.
God, I got yeah, I'll read this again. For 1 Thessalonians 5:3, and I got another one. We can get back to the articles. First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, and again, that's what they saying. Kamala came out and she vowing it. It says vows a peaceful transition of power to Donald Trump. And then Biden came out and says the same thing. They look is orchestrated. He said the same thing, a peaceful and orderly transition. But the scriptures say, for when they shall say, and we actually hearing that. For when they shall say peace and safety, then what? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So the similar tool the Lord used for the plagues is a woman in travail. Those contractions hitting. You don't know when they go come and how soon it's gonna be after each other. And then as they come in, they're more painful. That's how the times we're about to be. That's if Trump become president, if we even make it to January, in January, man.
Well, I mean, they could just declare emergency, under like the Emergency Wartime Act. They can basically declare war and suspend the inauguration. So that's what I mean. There's several avenues that this thing could go down. So yeah.
And remember last week you were speaking on them doing those lockdowns at the White House. They was doing the
Oh yeah,
test.
they were doing evacuation drills. Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Mm-hmm.
According to William Mott, all right, he says nobody been in D.C. as far as the White House and all of that. He say all of that shit just a show being orchestrated out of Fort McPherson. So, can't count it out. I ain't in D.C. I ain't at the White House, and that sounds like Esau. But yeah, what else you had?
Now check this out. We ain't got much. Even this from military.com put out yesterday. National Guard on standby in many states as America faces tense election day. And the thing is, people can say, well, election day over with, right? But that mean every single one of these guards went home? No, they may just come over here and let you know, and you think, oh, they just came over here for the election. These people could be stand over here until whatever order they gonna have till the day it happens. And I'll read this real quick to show where they at. It says hundreds of National Guardsmen from 18 states and Washington, D.C. have been activated or on standby on the eve of the U.S. presidential election, which was 2 days ago. And it says they're in Alabama, Arizona, Delaware, Iowa, Illinois, North Carolina, New Mexico, Wisconsin, Washington State have all activated small numbers of National Guard troops on state orders, around 126 service members in total. Additionally, guardsmen from Colorado, Florida, Hawaii, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, West Virginia, and Washington, D.C. was on standby, and Oregon as well. The point is, these things are here. And look, it says many of those deployed are cyber specialists and civil support teams. Yep. The official added, detailing there are no specific state orders for military law enforcement, although some are on standby. So they're here for anything at any time. It's the point. Anytime.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
And I want to get this real quick. This Matthew 26 and verse just to show anything can happen at any time. That's why, just to back you up, Elder Tazapah, you were saying going into watching. That's why it's so exciting just to watch, to see what's gonna happen, because you really don't know the details. But this when Yahweh was about to get grabbed up and he went to pray to the Heavenly Father in the Garden of Gethsemane. And this is what he said. I'm gonna read a verse up. This is Matthew 26 and verse. I'm gonna start at 40, straight to the point. And he cometh unto the disciples. So when he was done praying, and he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep. and said unto Peter, and remember the Lord was kind of pissed off a little bit, and said unto Peter, what? He said, what? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. The point I want to get is that Yahushua, he brought them out there. They went out there alone. But when you read, I think it's in Luke around 22 or 20, it says that Peter and them was sorrowful as well. They was crying. I'm sure they was probably up long hours, so they fell asleep. And if not, the Lord put the spirit upon them to fall asleep. You know, that was Yahushua, our temptation. That was his little suffering, you know, not little, but that was his suffering, his time. But he went to him. The point is they weren't out there long. But just I want to bring this out just to show at any time, though, that's when something could happen. That's when something could be missed. You know, it says, and he cometh unto his disciples, verse 40, and findeth them asleep, and said unto them, what? Because you not watch with me 1 hour. Watch and pray. And that's the point. Watch and pray, because at any time it could happen. At any moment. You know, Esau like to do stuff when people sleep. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it, Elder Taza. I was gonna play this video real quick, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of this Gerald Celente, but that's it. Other than that,
Yeah, all right. Let's get it.
all right, come. So this from Gerald Celente. It was put out yesterday. The U.S. election. It says what's next and what's to expect.
Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Celente with Judge Andrew Napolitano on this Wednesday, November 6th, the day after Election Day. Judge, thanks for being here today. And, yesterday, I got it wrong. I thought Harris would win. And obviously she lost. And very interesting, too, when you look at I thought abortion, as you well know, would be a major issue. And it wasn't. It was only like a 14%, 15%, right?
Right. I first of all, I agree with you, as I always do, but we both thought that Harris would win, and we both thought abortion would be a major issue. The issue was a guy whose name was not on the ballot, Joe Biden, who really is one of the worst presidents in modern times in terms of domestic policy and in terms of foreign policy. And the public profoundly rejected that. On top of that, Trump, notwithstanding his eccentricity, his narcissism, his bravado, his alienation from the truth, seems to have crafted, much like Reagan did in 1980, a new Republican Party consisting of non-college educated white males and Hispanic males and females, tending toward a more conservative culture policy. The Democrats are so far to the left with things like you're going to force Catholic doctors and nurses to perform abortions rather than saying they have a conscientious objection, let some other doctor do it. Their extremism on abortion, their extremism on all these woke issues, and an indefensible economy and foreign wars really is what did her in. In one respect, it's not her fault. I mean, she didn't craft the Biden foreign policy and domestic policy, just happened to be his vice president. But her efforts to defend it were unavailing. But I, too, was surprised. I thought when we were having this conversation, we're taping now Wednesday morning, we wouldn't know who the victor was. But this is a decisive victory, both in the Electoral College and in the popular vote. And he will interpret it as a mandate. He will interpret it as a personal mandate. Our conservative Republican friends should be careful what they ask for. They are about to see the most authoritarian occupant of the White House since Abraham Lincoln. And
he talking about Trump. I'm gonna play it back. I'm gonna just play it, but he talking about Trump. And again, even if this man do happen to get in office, that's what they saying. The allies gotta worry. That he gonna help Israel and he gonna let it be known that he helping Israel. He ain't gonna hide it like Biden them when they say, well, we're against the war, but then they sending troops and missile defense systems to Israel, and trying to sneak. And they also saying that he gonna withdraw the help and the funds that America been sending to Ukraine, which could further push Ukraine into joining with Russia, like that former Soviet Union. So a lot can happen from even if Trump do get in office. That lines up with Revelation 13, how it says he was, once the system was like a lamb, but then eventually it's gonna show his horns like a dragon. Hey, Revelation 12, America got a short time.
Yeah,
So
they made some good points. I wish I'd had time to go into that video. But yeah, they was talking about they wasn't expecting it. I don't think anybody was, for it to be that decisive and to be done with that fast. How did you have a husband who has a controlling interest in BlackRock and you can't get elected? It's too many red flags on this shit. So yeah, but they raised some good questions, make some good points. But go ahead, brother.
Okay.
Know who the victor was, but this is a decisive victory both in the Electoral College and in the popular vote, and he will interpret it as a mandate. He will interpret it as a personal mandate. Our conservative Republican friends should be careful what they ask for. They are about to see the most authoritarian occupant of the White House since Abraham Lincoln, and there will be no limit to those after whom he will go, using powers that the Congress over the years has given to the presidency, and which he will inherit on January 20th.
What happened under Lincoln?
By the way,
Everybody know that. Under Lincoln's watch, you had the Civil War. So it's just funny how all this is shaping up.
I got a real quick one. Ultimately, what it's leading to, Revelation 12:12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And the reason I get that is because, again, whether it be election, whether Trump fall asleep and then a new person get put up in there, whether Trump get in there and he really enact his idea, because he want to come up in there, he want to later. Hey, remember we talked about it, a couple of weeks ago, the guillotines, the firing squads. He with that. He with it. He with it. Either way it go though, no matter what scenario it may be, A, B, C, D, or all of them, who knows? The point is all leading to Esau coming down with great wrath. Something gonna have to happen before the election. I mean, before he actually the inauguration, on the day of. That's another thing they saying. The J6 again. It may be event on J6 5+1. For YouTube purposes, January 5+1. And they say it may be another event or on the actual inauguration. What if it may be like another JFK? Trump coming in and putting his hand on the Bible and boom.
That's on the table. Yeah.
Already,
that's still on the table. Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say they already been gradually putting that in people's mind. Oh, a Trump attempt. What is so in the past 2 or 3 months? Has been 3 attempts on that man's life. Whether it's real or fake, real or fake, he squeezed ketchup on his ear and got up talking about fight, fight, fight. The point is they put it in your ear, in your face. Even if it do. The point is they setting up a scene for something to happen so he could come down and lock up the people in America. The world they already doing it. And Trump will be the right a-hole to put in here to have the allies against him to push Israel further to being drawn into war, or to assist Israel and to be drawn into war. Trump the man, he don't want to do it. But even if not, something go happen. It's the point. It says, and the devil has come down unto you, have a great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And that's the thing. That's why we know something gotta happen, because time ain't on Esau's side. The more we go out and prophesy and prophecy actually be fulfilled, things coming to pass, we won't know what dreams the Lord giving these elites either. What dreams he giving them, time speeding up, time ain't on their side. So they have to do something. But that's it. That's it on that. That's pretty much it. We can end it on it. I was gonna say we could read this article, but it's in the description box, and it goes into if Trump was to actually get in office again, what it could lead to. And it's the one that was saying how he gonna be the one to lead us into World War III. He will be, more willing to in the open assist Israel, not assist Ukraine. So on and so forth. So it's a good read, But that's pretty much it.
Con. Allah, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can take us out if you don't know if you had none or you seen any precepts.
Oh, no. You got some? Oh, somebody got one.
Well, the brothers put some good one. I get this since we just got off that Revelation 13:11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He's actually going into America, and he had two horns like a lamb, the Democratic and Republic, and he spake as a dragon. So we about to see America start speaking as a dragon, show his horns. But that's it.
Right. That's coming. Yep. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's it. You got it. You can take us out.
Okay. Yeah. No, that speaking as a dragon, going back to the draconian laws, legislations, and things of that nature. That's where you exact the harshest punishment for just the most minute fractions or infractions. So for instance, posting something online that somebody don't like, and then you get 5 years. That's draconian. You didn't. It's just because they didn't like it, they take away 5 years of your life, or you get put to death just for offending someone. So that's just a few examples of draconian. That's what you're gonna see. And Trump told you. And can't nobody say nothing, because y'all all went and voted. Even if you voted for Kamala, you participated in the system. So yeah, don't the scriptures say? Matter of fact, well, let me get this. And we roll up out of here. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. This is the time of his vengeance. All right, he told us, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. That's why Esau is a fugitive and a vagabond. All right. Most High, he hadn't taken vengeance yet, but he about to. All right. And the wild man ass is in trouble. The wild man, he ain't sleeping good at night. And I'm talking about the elite of the wild man. They know they in trouble. That's why they got a CERN, D-Wave computers, getting into the quantum physics and all of this. They trying to pull a fast one, but it ain't gonna work. But yeah, the Lord getting ready to bring it. It says, flee, again, Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. So how do you deliver your soul? By forsaking the ways of this place. Voting. Forsake that shit. Getting up on Sunday morning to go to church to buy that which is not bread. Forsake that shit. You know? Holidays coming up. You're going to see Jake, you know, still with all of this going on, runaway inflation and all of this, our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, here in America predominantly, y'all still going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, Halloween. Just got through last week trying to do something for Halloween. You know, the spirit is gone in this place, and Jake won't let it go. But that's all right, because hey, the Most High got the spirit on who He want to cling to this place, and they gonna cling to it. And those who set to depart, they will depart. They will flee out of the midst of this place. All right. This is not speaking literally. This is speaking spiritually. Flee Babylon spiritually. All right. Doctrinally. So it goes on to say, be not cut off in her iniquity. But this is the time of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's vengeance. He will render unto her, which is Babylon, a recompense. And Babylon is America. So that recompense is coming in the form of 200 million nuclear warheads, all right? And some missiles, some lasers, and, you know, other types of fire, you know. But yeah, just to go out on that, you know, yeah, judgment is coming. You know, there's still some grace left. As Isaiah stated in 55 and 6, verse 6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. All right. So we're going to leave out on that. And again, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Noble honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, as well as the men who taught them. And peace and blessings to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. All right, to the next one. Y'all stay up. Shalom.
Shalom. Water.